Okay, we're going to start to chain. I'm using the color watercolors. I'm going to chain 60 chains. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to do 60 total. So when we're done, we'll come back and go from there. All right, we chained 62 stitches instead of 60, and we chained single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and we're going to keep let's do that again so we can show you. So it's the second chain from the hook, 1, 2. So you're going to go into that first stitch, single crochet, into the next stitch, single crochet, next stitch, single crochet, and you're going to do this for this entire row. And once you're done, we'll come back and undo the next row. We've done this first row, and we're going to chain 1. We're going to turn. We're going to chain in that same first stitch, chain 1. We're going to single crochet all the way across in each stitch. You should have 60 stitches total. Okay, so we've come to the end of the row, and I have 59 stitches. So there's 1 stitch at the end. Don't forget to do that 1 stitch so that you have 60 stitches. And we're going to chain 1, turn, go back in the first stitch underneath your chain, and then you're going to count over or you're going to single crochet for 60 stitches. This is the third row. So you're going to keep doing this for a total, single crochets for a total of 18 rows. And once you're done with the 18 rows, we'll come back and do the skirt part to the dress. Here's the 18 rows that we did. And this is the front, and we're going to take this and put the 2 fronts together like that. So you have the back here. We tied this off, fastened off the yarn, and now I'm going to stitch this together. And once we finish stitching this back together, then we'll come back and go on to the next part. So just stitch it up like that all the way across. We did the 18 rows, and this is the front, and then we sewed up the back, and I took and measured across, so there's 3 3/4 inches on this side, 3 3/4 inches on this side. So it was 7.5 inches wide. So I did that to make sure the back was down the middle of the garment, so when it's on. And so now I marked the sleeves where I'm going to put the straps. I came over an inch and a quarter, and for me it came out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. There's a 6th one here, so you can go right on the corner, or you can just count on the top. Anyway, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this was also 5 stitches. So that's on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mark the front and the back. And so we're going to put the sleeves in, and when I go to do that, I'll be back. We moved these stitch markers. We had them at 5, but I've moved them over 2, so it's going to be 7 from here to the end. Just count 7 stitches, and we're going to only work in 5 of them. So I'm going to change this yarn to the color that will be the skirt. I'm going to take this out, stitch marker out, put in our needle, and we're going to slip that in there, and we're going to chain 1 and single crochet, catching that yarn. So it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to just chain 1, turn, go in the same stitch, single crochet. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, the number of rows I don't know exactly, but I'll put up here how many rows. But I'm going to do this till it's 4.5 inches long. And we just keep chaining 1, turning, and doing the 5 stitches for however many rows I put up here, or 4.5 inches. So we'll be back when we get that done. Okay, we finished this one, and when we did this one, and it was 19 rows. So we did 19 rows of single crochet. Then we're going to turn it. Well, first of all, you hook it on from the front when you do the row like this. But when you do the back to hook it, you're going to turn it inside out like that. We've marked those with stitch markers so we know where they're at. Okay, and then you're going to turn this around, and you're going to slip stitch into this first marker right here. Slip stitch this I'm going to slip it into that first stitch. We're going to chain 1. And we're holding this together like that. See where we put them together? Okay. So let me hang on just a minute here. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to chain 1, turn it, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch as we hold them together like that. Single crochet in the 5 stitches. So that's 3, 4. Take out the stitch marker. And 5. Okay. All right, now we're going to turn it back to the right side. And that's how it should look on the back. This is the front. So when you do them, you attach them to the front, do 19 rows. When you come to the back to attach, you do it inside out. You put these two together, you slip stitch, put them two together, and then single crochet across. And that way it'll look nice and it'll be done. Now we'll go on to the skirt for the next part. We finished the straps here. We're going to put in the skirt to the dress. So we're going to turn it around, take our green, and we're going to go in and do double crochet. So we're going to slip stitch this. We're going to chain one, or we're going to chain three. Chain three. Tighten this up. We're going to, this will count as one, so the next stitch we're going to put in 2 double crochets. In each stitch, well, we're going to put 2 in one stitch, and the next one will be 1. So every other one you'll have a double crochet. So there's 1, 2 in one, next one will be 1. Okay. So next will be 2. So you're going to do this with 1 stitch, 1 double crochet, then 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. You're going to do this all the way around, and then when we come back we'll show you where to slip stitch it. Okay, so we did the first row, and now we're going to slip stitch in the top of this third chain. We're going to chain 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do this again. So that's 1 chain. The next chain we're going to put 2 double crochets, and you're going to continue this 1, 1, and then 2, 1, and then 2. So there's 1 and there's 2. Then we're going into 1. Next stitch is again 2. We're going to continue this for 5 rows. And once we're done with the 5 rows, we'll come back and do the next part. Okay, so we finished the 5 rows of double crochet for this little dress, and now we're going to end here, and we're going to put on the variegated again, the watercolor. Okay, so we're going to slip stitch here, attach this color, chain 1. So we're going to single crochet in each stitch. going to do this all the way around, and we're going to do 4 rows of single crochet. And then when we're done, we'll come back and go do the last 3 rows of this dress, and we'll be finished. Okay, so we finished these 4 rows of the matching from the top, and we're going to now change it back to the green color. So we're going to attach this we're going to do a double crochet. So we're going to just slip that in there like that. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet as we did before. 1 in one stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Like that. And then we're going to do this for another 3 rows, and once we do that, then we are totally done with the dress. And you just fasten off, and you'll weave in the yarn wherever you need to, and we'll come back and show you the finished dress. Okay, so that's it right there. Just keep on doing the same thing, and then this will be finished. Okay, so we finished the little dress. This is the top and the straps and the skirt. As you can see, it's very full, and it fits the 20-inch Cabbage Patch child or kid real well. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, click and subscribe to this channel so that we can bring more to you, and we thank you very much for watching these videos.